Hello, Facebook family. Here we are again. We've had a few technical difficulties this morning, and we're trying to get Sonji in on here from Argentina. Are you getting this feed, my love? And it says you have joined, but I do not see you on here. It's a very interesting situation here. I've invited you. That says invite a friend to watch. So I've invited you to watch. I need to invite you to participate. Have you finished your post yet? Do you want to leave without finishing? No, do not leave the stage. Well, we're going to have to. I have one person viewing. That just must be you. Now there's two people watching. And Dewan. Good morning, Dewan. We are working this technology here. Maybe you have some suggestions for us. Trying to get my wife to join in on the video feed. She's in Argentina right now, and it's not happening. If you have any information to share, you're somewhat of a computer whiz. Feel free to type that in the comments and let me know. I have invited you, but there should be another. Just not happening. No, it's not doing it. I see your hello. Very interesting. Yeah, and I don't see how I am able to invite you into it. Sylvia has joined. Good morning, Sylvia. We are having technical difficulties. Trying to connect with my wife so we can do a broadcast together while she's in Argentina. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Renetta. Well, it looks like these technical difficulties are not going away. I do have my wife on the phone. I was trying to get her on the broadcast. We're going to talk today about regrets. And as a bonus, we had wrapped that up a couple of days ago, but she and I were going to come on together. And Deborah has just joined. Thanks for joining. We are in the midst of a few technical difficulties, but we're going to go ahead and okay, I can do that. Yes, I did. Okay. We are just going to continue on our series of letting go of regret. As you know, we are, my wife and I, Sonja, Millette Enterprises, where we say, let me help you find your bliss. And today's topic in our theme of Talk Straight Dammit is letting go of regret, changing the narrative. We have to change the story we're telling ourselves about our experiences. Sometimes we regret some of the things we have done in raising our children. We can regret the way we feel our parents raised us or what they lacked. I was moved back and forth across the country. I had lived in about 7 states by the time I was 8 years old. And those moves continued. I went to 3 different high schools, constantly making new friends, constantly being the new kid on the block. That's not one of the things I regret. One of the things I did regret was my father not being there, and then my mother having a mental illness, not giving me the support I felt I needed. But one of the things that have helped me to get past regretting any of that is changing the narrative. Understanding that your parents did the best they could with what they had. They had a lot of things going on at the same time while they were trying to raise you. And me getting past that, being thankful for what they did add in my life. My father was a high school dropout and went into the military, but the man was genius. I learned so many things from him, even in my limited time with him. Even though my mother was schizoaffective, which is schizophrenic and bipolar, she was brilliant. She's a registered nurse. And I learned so many things about being detail oriented and following through. So I changed the narrative of what my expectation of my parents were. It's very easy to look around and see what other kids have and think you're getting less than. When we compare ourselves with other people, that's just a losing game, because somehow we always convince ourselves that we're getting the short end of the stick. Any kind of scorekeeping, if you're in a relationship and you're keeping score, you're going to lose, because somehow our brain just tells us we're putting more in than we're getting out of. But when we learn to be thankful for what we do have and change the story that we're telling ourselves, we talked about many times in one of our situations with our oldest, our son that's now in the Navy and just made rank of sergeant. It's not sergeant in the Navy, but it's the equivalent of sergeant in the Army. And he went through a spell after he figured out college wasn't for him. And he was kind of in between trying to make up his mind what he was going to do. And changing our narrative. My wife became very frustrated because he appeared not to be doing much of anything. And you know how parents are, we always want our children to be progressing in life, but we had to take a step back and look at it. Well, he's not hanging in the streets. He's not on drugs. He hasn't got someone's daughter pregnant. And so we had to be thankful for what is. And one day he decided he would join the Navy. And he has done very, very well for himself. And we're very proud of his maturity and how he's moving along. And we depends on the way you look at a circumstance, the way you look at your situation, and look what you benefited from it. Sometimes we look like we spent too much time in a relationship that didn't produce the fruits that we wanted. And oh, I wasted my life. But you have not wasted your life. You've learned valuable lessons. You may not even know what those lessons are at this point, but they will become clear to you as time moves on. So changing the narrative, thankful that I made it through, thankful that I'm still here, thankful that I got another chance at life. We would just want to welcome some of the people that have joined, Darnice and Cleo and Lavana and Patty. Thank you so much for stopping by the broadcast. We appreciate you. And we encourage you to give us your comments and any questions. We'll try to cover them, whether we cover them in a broadcast or we'll answer in a personal message, text or messenger, or however you send it in an email. You can always find us at myblistopia.com. You can find me on Twitter. I am the Bliss Doctor, where we help you find your bliss. And getting over regret is all about changing the narrative. When you change your story, you change your life. When you change the way you look at things. Don't look at life as it happened to me. Look at life as I want it to happen. Plan for your future. Plan to be happy. I plan to be happy every day I get up. Am I successful? Yes, I am. Some days to a greater degree than others. But every day I start with that plan. Plan to be thankful for where I am and what I have, and those that are around me that are in my life that encourage me. I look forward to your comments. We're going to work out these technical difficulties, and next time we'll get my wife on this broadcast. She's been listening to me in my ear. You want me any message to pass on to our listeners, sweetheart? She wish she could see it, but that's all right. Karen just joined. Hello. Thank you very much for joining. We love you all, and thank you very much. I am the Bliss Doctor. Have a wonderful Sunday. Namaste.